gonna start off and make us a triple berry smoothie. And we're gonna use these frozen berries right here. I'm gonna put it in my Ninja cup. I have a frozen banana. I'm gonna use half of it. I never use the whole banana because bananas, they're a little high in calories. We're gonna use our raw honey. I'm gonna finish off these strawberries because I got a little bit. And what makes it the twist, I'm gonna put a little bit of Cool Whip in there, baby. And we're gonna start this off right now. If you want to make it a little more healthier, don't add the Cool Whip. But I'm gonna make me something else to go with this. So let's get started. Off. Twist it. Ooh, y'all see that? Oh. So I changed my mind to put the Cool Whip in there because, listen, that's more of a dessert if I don't have one of these and it's early in the morning and I'm eating it right now. I'm drinking it right now. Ooh, making a mess. Ooh, look at that, y'all. Gonna make you want to start your day off. Hey guys, so now we're about to do our meal prep, and one of the meal preps we're going to be using today is ground turkey. So I'm going to show you how I make ranch meatballs with my ground turkey. We're going to do some shortcuts, and I'm also going to show you step by step how to do it. So let's go ahead and do the rundown of what our seasonings will be, and then what other additives we're going to add in, and what type of ground turkey that I'm using. So it wouldn't be a ranch meatball without the ranch. So I have Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning pack. I love this one. It tastes really good. We're going to use this to put in our ground turkey meat. Then we're going to use a little bit of minced garlic. You can use the real garlic. You can roast it and then take it out, mince it. That's the best. But for now, we're cutting corners. We're going to use that. And then, you know, we always use the all-purpose. It got a little bit of salt to it, adobo, MSG. action salt. I know a lot of people use it, my mom uses it especially, but I always save it for last to put on there because she likes to flavor her stuff up with that. And then my thing is ground black pepper. I love it. Now I wouldn't use any salt because everything else has salt in it, like the ranch seasoning pack and the adobo all-purpose. But you know, a lot of people use this. I don't have nothing against it. I just don't per se use it when I'm cooking in my food, but I will let you know my mother does sprinkle it on everything. That's her salt, okay? And then while we're getting this together, I want to go ahead and tell you the vegetables that we're actually going to cut up and put in our ranch meatballs. So I like purple onions when I'm cooking certain things. It brings out a sweet natural flavor to it. I have some leftover mushrooms. It's not gonna hurt to beef it up. And then I have a green bell pepper. You can use whatever color bell pepper you choose, but these are the ones I have. And then I have the Purdue ground turkey. I opened it up and then I was like, I didn't even show them. So I have the Purdue ground turkey. It's 93% lean and 7% fat. So you are able to add a little olive oil, grapeseed oil, or you can use a little bit of butter. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get a little fat in there and it's gonna be great. So we're gonna start off by sauteing our vegetables real quick. And then once I saute my vegetables, then we're gonna come back to the table and mix up everything. Make sure you get some parchment paper or some aluminum foil to line your baking sheet. And if you have the meatball rack, you can go ahead and do that as well. I don't know where mine's at, so baby, we're gonna work with what we got because at this point, I reorganized my kitchen and I might have just gave it to somebody. I might have did that. So let's go ahead and move over to the stove and get this party started. Alright guys, so now we're ready to make our meatball. So if you don't know, this is a meat smasher. We're going to use a meat smasher in here just to mix up our seasonings and also to break down this ground turkey. So I have nails and I don't like to touch raw meat without gloves on. I'm gonna put some gloves on, but you are more than welcome to do whatever you want to do. So first thing first, now one ingredient that I did leave out and I didn't tell you about is I have some French onion soup mix. So it's actually like the powder form and you can get it in the dip area. So you know how I got the ranch seasoning, you can go ahead and get that, the onion kind right here. And all I'm going to do is just add that to my ground turkey. I'm going to add a couple sprinkles of our all-purpose adobo seasoning right here, and then we're going to add some brown pepper, some black pepper. You can add as much as you want, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of that rich seasoning that I opened up earlier and throw that bad boy in there. Okay, now I know y'all like how we're going to combine this. A lot of people feel like they have to add in breadcrumbs. I do not add breadcrumbs. I add one egg as a binder and that's it. I feel like when you add breadcrumbs, you're doing a whole lot, and baby, that's not what you want. So I like mine's juicy. I just add one egg to it, depending on 1 egg per pound. This is over a pound. It's about almost 2 pounds, but I don't want 2 eggs in here because I'm gonna take some out because I'm gonna make me a hamburger, okay? So just go ahead and get your meat mixer and you just want to mix this up. And this is such ease when you use one of these because it's breaking the meat down for you, and then also you're mixing it up as well. So go ahead and do that. Now, after I do a little bit of that mixing and tossing, I'm going to add in our sauteed vegetables that we cooked on the stove. And I let it cool down. I just don't put them in there, put the vegetables in there like flaming hot. Like, no, I let it sit and cool down. And I'm going to put that on the side right there. And we're going to go ahead and break this meat down and mix this up in there. So every bit of these meatballs is going to have that flavor in there, okay? Now, I did not forget, we're going to add a little bit of our garlic. I love garlic, so you can put as much as you want. Nothing is a mixture in here. You can do, if your family love garlic, if they love onions, if they love bell pepper, do as you please for your family. Because guess what? They know how you like to cook, and they've been eating. Now, if you're new to the squad and you ain't a cooker, let me tell you, go by smell. If it smells good, do it. Now, one thing I'll tell you, if you're new to cooking and you don't know about seasonings, you don't want to put a lot of salt in your food, especially if you're using all-purpose seasoning, or if you're using anything that's like processed that already have like the seasoning pack. You don't want to be heavy-handed on the salt because, baby, you have like a whole problem going on. Now, once it's mixed up like this and it's looking pretty good, you're going to go ahead and add, before you add your egg, you want to add a little bit of tomato sauce. Normally, I like to get the tomato sauce that has like the basil and all that, but this is meal prep. So what I had in there, I'm going to work with, and you only want to add maybe like a 1/4 cup. You don't want to add a lot. This is just going to give it a little tang, a little flavor, and also it is going to give you a tomatoey base. But we're not trying to make meatballs because we're using ranch seasoning, remember? So these are ranch seasoning meatballs. So I just put a little bit in there because I like it a little bit moist. I don't like my meatballs dry. That's why I don't use breadcrumbs. And then for my combiner or my holding agent, I'm just going to use 1 egg. Okay? So make sure everything is combined up, mixed well. And then you're going to go ahead and take that room temperature egg, and you're going to crack it, baby. And you're going to add it in the middle of your mixture. Like so. Now, what I did forget, because I told y'all what, I'm about to make me a meatball. I'm going to make me a hamburger, so I need to take some of this out before I mix up that egg in there. Okay? And then what I'm going to do, God darn it, y'all. Oh! Don't you hate making messes? Hate washing dishes? I'm her. Hate washing dishes. That's why a lot of my meals is one-pot meals, one-pot wonders, because I hate washing dishes. Okay? So mix that egg up in here really, really good. So once you have everything combined, the easy part comes in when you are able to do your meatballs. So it depends on how big you want your meatballs. It depends on how small you want them. In this household, we would probably eat about 2 meatballs for a meal, and this is meal prep. So with the meatballs, you can eat 2 meatballs, have it with some rice, because I eat it with rice sometimes, or salad. Or sometimes we'll do like some green beans or something like that. So it just depends on how you want to do your meatballs. And then sometimes we eat it with noodles. It just depends on how you want it. So I would say, depending on how big your hand is and how much you want, I would do an average size meatball like this. Okay, and you don't want to keep messing with it too much because, one, you just want to go ahead and put it on here, because the more you mess with your meat, just like a cake or anything, it's going to get tough. Ain't nobody want no tough meatball. I don't know what you want, but I don't want no tough meatball. So, pretty much, I'm just going to go ahead and eyeball these. I got like a big spoon, a soup spoon. And I'm just taking 2 scoops of it, and I'm just going ahead and make these meatballs and line them up on my parchment paper. And I'm going to let you figure out how big you want your meatballs, okay? And then when you get done making all your meatballs, I want to say about midway, you want to go ahead and turn your oven on to 350. So if you start prepping, by the time you get done with the meatballs, the oven has been ready for you. And you can stick them in there, and you're going to cook these meatballs for about 45 minutes. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how I'm going to make my little sauce. So I make like a spaghetti type sauce to go with it. Listen to her, because she know what I be doing in the afternoon. And then I'm going to go ahead. So I am going to show you how to make a little sauce, a little saucy sauce to go with our meatballs. But let me show you the meatballs real quick. So this was some extra food. So this is what the meatballs look like. Let me show you real quick. Meatballs are done. So 45 minutes oven. They soft, they juicy, they're tender, and they're all about the same ball size. Alright, so you just let them rest, don't cut into them. I have 6 even ones and 1 little oddball, but it's gonna be okay because I know she's probably gonna eat that when she get home, which is my mom. So first and foremost, what we're gonna do is, don't mind my hands, I've been washing and been in bleach. So we're gonna turn our pan on to medium, and remember the leftover tomato sauce, we're gonna go ahead and just put that in the pan. I'm not gonna make a lot of it. I just want it to sit and marinate in there, but I don't want it to be like spaghetti meatball type situation. Please forgive my hands. Please forgive them, because I want to forgive myself. Now, I have some little bit of ranch seasoning left, so I'm gonna go ahead and just knock that out and put it in there as well. I'm all about the ranch seasoning, okay? If I can use it, let's use it. That's a little, excuse me. And then I got a little bit of Italian mushroom spaghetti seasoning. I'm telling y'all, we are cheating today when it comes to adding these flavors. Why buy all them seasoning packs when we can just buy that? So once this start boiling and getting like really nice and warm or hot, you want to just drop them nice ranch seasoning meatballs in there, y'all. Give it a little taste tester. Sometimes tomato needs a pinch of sugar, depending on if you're that type of person and be like, oh, I gotta add sugar to my stuff. But this right here is not tangy at all, and that's all the seasoning we're gonna put in there. So we've been using the same seasonings that we use for our meatball. We're just gonna put it in this sauce. We're gonna let this warm up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drop the meatballs in it. So I'm gonna put a lid on it, let it do its thing for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna drop the meatballs in there, and then it's going to be completely done, y'all. So give me time. But again, y'all seen the meatballs, I'm gonna show y'all again. Fabulous. So again, these are soft, tender, and juicy. I don't like adding breadcrumbs. That's just like a filler. Why I need a filler when I got all and everything that I need in here? And then parchment paper is easy to clean up, because all I'm gonna do when I get done, pick this bad boy up, do a little rinsey rinse, and the meatballs are gonna be done. And I'm gonna show you in the sauce. I got a drink up in my cup. Alright, so it is done. It's actually bubbling. And we're not cooking anything. The sauce is done. We just want it to get warm and the flavors to marinate in here. And then all we're going to do is go ahead and drop our meatballs in here. Now, you can put noodles, zucchini noodles, or you can use carrots and zoodle them. They have, so you can do that as well. I like to use zucchini. Zucchini is not out right now. You can always use the vegetable noodles as well. And they have like some vegetable ones that you can use. They also have some wheat or panini noodles. Oop, you do not want to make a mess. So you can pretty much use whatever type of noodles and sauce that you prefer to use for this. And then when you get done, all you gotta do is just serve it up. So normally we eat like 2 meatballs or something like that, but this is what they look like. So I'm gonna let it sit on the stove, let it finish cooking up, and then when it's time to do a meal prep, I'm gonna show you. You can always use rice or risotto. I like that as well. That's a good combination. And meal prep. So everybody's meal prep is not the same, because it just depends on what you need. You can just eat this just like this with some cheese on top. So just up to you. So till next time, this is our meal prep for this week. And then when I do next week, it's going to be the chicken thighs. So stay tuned. We got things we need to do.